Hey, welcome back to the Humble Horologist. It's midnight, and I'm up doing a video. That's right, it is actually 5 or 6 minutes after midnight, and I'm here doing this video for you so that I can stay on, a regular schedule. Because, you got to do at least one a week to let people know that you're alive, alert, awake, and enthusiastic, and not giving up on this whole YouTube video thing. I just watched one here just recently by a good friend, YouTuber, watch influencer up in Canada, and talking about his 3-year journey and the 5 things that he learned. Hey, you know who you are. I'll give a link. But some of the things that he learned over this 3-year period, I'm beginning to learn myself. But at the same time, I sort of picked up on before I even started by watching some of the other guys. This is a long journey. It's an expensive journey. It is a tedious journey. And the whole idea of taking the time to record, then edit, and all that good stuff just so that it looks somewhat professional is something you got to count the cost of before you get into it. And then decide you're not going to give up, no matter what, until at least your 100th episode. Your 100th episode, or at least one a week for a year. 52, something like that. One of the things that I've not done a lot of on this channel, as you probably have noticed, is actually review watches. Now, the reason that I haven't reviewed watches quite so much is because, I'm a new guy to this party and I don't have many pieces of cake to share. And so I'm spreading them out a little at a time so that, until some new ones start coming in, we can at least get those 50 or 100 videos in. The watch I'm going to share with you today, though, is one that I picked up off of eBay that it needed some work, but it turned out great. So let's have a look at this little swatch. Now, when I first heard of swatches, it was back when I was in high school, back in the mid-'80s, and they were pretty cool back then because of all the colors and the designs. But I never knew that they actually came out with watches that looked relatively normal. And that's what this one does. It looks pretty darn cool. When I first saw it, I really thought I like it. And so I decided, I'm going to buy it. The only other swatch that I actually owned was one that I gave away. And it was a white dial with a, black rubber. Very clean, very simple. But this is really neat. And so I wanted you to see it. It was scratched up a little bit. Oh, do you hear that? I think I need to get a baby. Look, everybody, this is my little granddaughter, Elena Jane. She's not very old. She was a preemie, and she's got a loud voice. But one day, she's gonna like watches. I guarantee you. Get that out of her mouth. Say hi, Lainey. Look at the bright lights. See, what was I going to say? Well, anyway, the crystal was scratched up, and I used a little poly watch on it and took most of the scratches out. There's still a little bit left here. It is a fun little watch. I like it. It is easy to wear, and I would advise anybody, if you can get your hand on one, this is a 2013 model. If you can get a hand on one, get it. It's fun to wear, and you just forget you have it on your wrist. 42 millimeter case, 50 millimeter lug to lug. It's a quality watch for what it is, and nothing to be ashamed about. Great little watch. So this is only my second swatch, and I don't wear this in that often, But when I do wear it, it gives me just a light-hearted kind of feel. It's not heavy, it's light, it's like it's not even there. Unlike a lot of those dive watches that weigh half a pound, and you're walking around like this the whole time saying, "Oh, look at my watch. Oh, what's the time? Look, I got an expensive dive watch." This one is just not even coming up on the radar for the most part. By the way, notice what I have on this wrist. I have a couple of little bracelets. And a lot of you guys are wearing bracelets more and more, and you're wearing them, beads and stuff around the watch. Can you tell me why? What happened? When did this become a thing? Every day it seems like somebody's wearing a beaded bracelet with the beads the color of the watch, Guys doing this, and I don't understand why. So if you could leave a comment in the comment section, along with a like of this video, maybe we'll get into some discussion about watches and the beads that they love in a future video. But until then, hey, I hope this was fun. I hope it was at least something that gave you something to watch while you're sitting on the toilet. I said that. I'm sorry. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't. And remember, watches are replaceable, but time is not. Swatch chronograph.